sluggish second quarter in the Charlotte game last week, the cool, calm, collected Wesley was furious. He knew a team as good as they are cannot do that against teams this late in the season if they're going to make any type of noise, whether in the college football playoff or one of the big bowl games. He knew that they were better than Charlotte, but he knew that if they did that against other teams, even close to there or even better, that it would nip them in the butt. So Wesley had an intense practice all week, something that the players and even some of the media members have never seen out of Wesley. Maybe it pays off. Welcome back on campus. Bears Shore football coming your way. It seems like Wesley was a little bit fired up after that disappointing second quarter where they kind of brought them back in. Who knows? And Cornell, man, that's just not ideal. We only have one recruit heading into week 12. It's fun. We're having a great time. Cornell to Marbell. Marbell is going to get the first. A 3-star edge rusher. We've lost out on some quarterbacks. We've lost out on some high key guys, but we might also land some high key guys as well. As yeah, it's just wow, Alabama put 70 up on Ole Miss. They were unranked and Ole Miss was a top 10 team. UCLA goes down. This is helpful for us as Oklahoma goes down. So if we win, we might move up in the polls. John Moe, Toledo, maybe Toledo. I got to look at their overall, but maybe they, were the top two. Oh, I don't hate that. But anyways, my rant was maybe, we're the next two G5 schools to maybe get an invitation to a Power Four as John Moe's going to pick up the first. Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. As John Moe's continuing his very strong first drive as facing 4 and 5 App State. They in 13 meetings, they're 11-2 all time. As Malika Tula is gonna walk into the end zone. Let's go. 5 plays, 78 yards. You'll love to see it. As this might be senior night. Either way, it's one of the very last games here at Breakline Stadium for year 6. As 2nd and 4, the place is rocking. Quincy Breeze, let's go. Quincy Breeze is a dog. I love him. As it's 3rd and 4 now. Oh, Miles. You live and die with him. For the most part, he's been a very good slot corner. It just happens. There you go. Way to redeem yourself, young man. 6 tackles for a loss, 0.5 sacks. He's good. Made an emotion. Nelson Bullock there, the 3, 4. I believe, a 4-year captain. Either way, I'm gonna miss him. What a dog. Oh, that should have been a pick. Could have been a pick. Oh well. Tula. He's a very underrated, I guess, weapon that we've had. And it stinks that we're only going to use him for like a year or two, but He's made it work. I'll give him that. He's made it work. We're in like a four tight end set. Well, four in our fullback as Bush finally catches it. I'm excited to see what tight ends we get because we're gonna have a completely new tight end room next year. They're all like seniors. I think one underclassman is John Moe. It's gonna pick up another first down. Another handoff to Moe. Moe's cutting back. He's got a bright future. I like him. I'm not saying he's Tajay Porter yet, but I like what he's bringing to the table for sure. Oh my God, he's wide open. Katula. If you saw him earlier, it would have been a walk-in touchdown, but we'll take that. Oh, I'm kind of mad that I didn't see that earlier. Skatula, he's getting himself some reps for sure. Kind of the surprise of last year. Coming in, doing his thing. We're now, yeah, just taking him, big fella. All right, picking up like a minute or so into the second quarter. Mountaineers are driving a bit. I mean, I get it, but like you're down by 14. Why don't you just? He already went for it on one fourth down. Oh, so close, and he still missed. All right, let's see how it goes. The speed option to John Moe. John Moe's not gonna have all of the speed. Yeah, we're just gonna we'll put Felice in for now. I'm not worried about it. Or no. Set your feet. Damn, we need a quarterback. How you gonna set your feet and you still throw it like at his feet? He was wide open. Mulligan. And it stings because I wish we had Tanner Applewhite for one more year for Johnny Mulligan. Because Johnny Mulligan, great wide receiver. He's blossomed into an underrated wide receiver for us. Paul Briggs, I also kind of wish he had one more year. He was under the shadow of Larry Finoco for like his entire collegiate career. Now he's doing this and he's blossomed into a great, great tight end. As third and one now. John Moe's going to get the first and a little bit more. It's going to be first and 10. Yep. Clever, clever girl. Moe in motion. The pressure was right there. They brought the heat, man. So we are potentially to face go to Happy Valley, take on the Nittany Lions, which would be fun ish. All right, we'll take the three. Let's see if we can grab maybe some points before halftime. As Cornell is gonna at least get to the 50 with that run. Something that we could not, we kind of did with Applewhite, but really it was very limited and also couldn't get as many big yardage due to the fact that he wasn't that quick. But look at John Moe. There is a penalty flag trying to hurdle a guy. And it's going to get called back. Glenn Speed probably with the hold. I would be correct. The shame. And you just can't do that. You got to throw it away. Now, granted, I know I'm using him, but still, that was a very silly freshman mistake. You just can't. do that, man. Like you just got to throw the ball away, live to see another down, and we at least get back to the line of scrimmage. And yeah, I'm back second half. We kicked a field goal, and they went on a drive for a field goal as well. So let's see what this Cornell on the offense can do. As that's to Marbell. He's got 4 catches for 40 yards. Not terrible. John Moe, great running up the middle. He does not have a rushing touchdown so far today, but you know, 9 carries, 72 yards. It's nothing crazy. It's very efficient, and that was not efficient. John Moe's back in at running back. That's a pick. We got lucky. Very, very lucky. Oh, never mind. I don't know who lost. It wasn't BYU, but Tula beats his man, gets the first fight and breaks off one tackle down for another. He's got over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown. Duke. Shout out Duke being number 3 in the land. He saw the blitz, immediately threw to Paul Briggs. You love to see it. He's on average with his yardage and whatnot. It's kind of crazy to think about, but we're now to Catula down to the 5. That's the type of stuff I want to see from Ornell, the type of throws. He steps up in the pocket, he makes a good throw. You know, it I mean it wasn't greatest throw in general, but it's a start. Oh, they read that. Oh boy, blown up in the backfield. All right. 3rd and goal. There you go. Let's go. We did not show a lot of the second half because, yeah, that was the reason why. But 3rd win in the seat to Summit Showdown. Yeah, he ties it again for the second time this year, 6 passing touchdowns. So, 456, 4 passing touchdowns, 1 pick, 2 on the ground. John Moe did pretty good as well. Morgan Brown had a big run near the end. Receiving, Catula did fine. Marbell Briggs. Arnold had 1 off screen, and then literally 2 of the 3 Johnny Mulligans you did not see were long touchdowns, 72 and 46. But other than that, nothing terrible. Blocked, 2 sacks from Glenn Speed, but it is what it is. And then we had a pick from Robert Frost and 3 sacks on the day. So we lose out to another quarterback. He is now going to Baylor. So literally all the quarterbacks that we've had have basically stayed home. But we do have Gregory, Talib, potentially. And if we look at other guys, we got Quincy. I don't even know how to say that, but us in Nebraska. And then, yeah, so it's just these 2 guys battling right now. One dual threat, one, but Lincoln, Nebraska. He's literally in Nebraska's backyard. So let's watch out. Heading on the road to take on Florida Atlantic in the second game of this doubleheader episode. Oh, all right. Shauna Wilkins. So recruiting isn't going the best, but I also understand that we're a 3-star prestige still going after 4 or 5 stars. Quincy Breeze with the fumble. And Arthur King with the pickup. Let's go. Or no, Dion Kafka. Hey man, I'm not mad. John Moe. All right, he gets 11 there. And I will be discussing, as it's a touchdown, where we're going to go. We're going to leave the American, though, after this year because we're too good. And I just feel like we're at the point where we're kind of we're the G5 darling, you know, McGarahan. does his thing. So it's going to be interesting because football, we're probably going to be like Notre Dame, where we're going to be in the ACC. Quincy Breeze, a second sack, but he's obligated. But like for other conferences, we're going to be, um, like I'm sorry, in other sports, we're going to be in a different conference. Like we're not just going to be, oh, we're an entire ACC program. It's just, hey, football, we're going to be ACC, and we're obligated for football for non-conference to play at least one. Like for example, if basketball's in the Conference USA, like we have to play one Conference USA opponent, and for football, and then ACC we got to schedule like 2 to 3 teams. All right, 3rd and 4. The first pass attempt of the day goes to Emmanuel Bush for the first down. So we're coming off of a great passing game from Cornell. Not the best throw, but we're 2-11. They're 2-8. We're 10-0. We're kind of in the cruise position for the American Conference again. Kutula a little bit behind him. Great throw. I don't want to say Cornell's not the future at quarterback because he definitely has played well enough. We see the potential in him. It's just, will there be a better quarterback via the portal? Are we going to recruit one of those 4-star guys that may be better than him? Who knows? As Morgan Brown is going to almost pick up the first just on that dink and dunk. But like I said, who knows? For all we know, he's the best option that we have for another year or two. Katula, yeah, we're declining that. Because we're going to start on another offensive drive, 2nd and 8. Cornell, he's going to roll out. He's going to take off himself, make it a 3rd and 1. His first carry of, yeah, I guess the first carry. Katula cuts back. He's already got a receiving touchdown. He's doing his thing. As it looks like Cornell might have flipped the play. As Cornell, it was a speed option, but you know what? He's going to take it himself. Gain of 11 there. I don't know how I like this. Was this play gonna? No, never mind. Oh, so he threw it weird. That's a weird route. But Johnny, you gotta hang on to that. But I'm not gonna completely blame Cornell on that. It's a pick if I've ever seen one. Goddamn. I'm also still trying to throw the football like I have Tanner Applewhite, because Tanner Applewhite with that 98 uh throw power would fit it into spots that, you know, that we're used to. But hey, it is what it is. We'll bounce back. Like right there, Johnny Mulligan. What did I tell you? Please don't get cooked. There we go. Let's go. See, like 1, 2 plays. We get the rhythm going. We got the rhythm going again. Look at John Moe. And I also know we have to establish the run a lot better as well. But oh, I did not hate that. I didn't hate that run. Oh, what great next level block. If he just held on. All right. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's smash mouth football right there. That's not smash mouth football, at least for us. All right. Cornell to Briggs, you already know. Right, I'm going to show like 2 drives max for this. Just because we're already up 35 nothing. We don't need to keep on showing stuff, but ooh, what a catch. What a catch, man. I'm trying to get one-on-one coverage again. But we'll take the Paul Briggs long shot. Hey, man. Listen, Cornell is disgusting. All right, we're gonna try. We're gonna try that. We're not a very big wide, at least wide receiver screen wise. I'm not that big of a fan of wide receiver screens, but I'm willing to try that. Oh, I love you, Johnny Mulligan. So 3 of his catches came off of this. So literally, like the defensive end 94 or whatever, he was covering him in coverage, and it was just an all-out blitz. He scored. So there was that. Um, come on. I want to have John Moe get 100 yards at least. I mean, he got the first at least. He at least got that. Um, he just lost almost all of it. Yeah, that guy was covering Mulligan. So YOLO, let's go. All right, we did not waste any time. 42-10. We kind of put him in halfway through the fourth quarter, the backups, and yeah. Checking stats for the day. Marquis Cornell, 339, 4 touchdowns, 2 picks. Rushing John Moe, my God, 128 and a touchdown. Apparently, he was the only guy running the ball in the second half. Receiving 3, 175, 2, 1, 1. Arnold didn't have the best game. 14 pancakes, my God. Defense. 3 sacks from Quincy Breeze, 1 from Tut. No picks. Did have a forced fumble and a fumble recovery to start off everything. All right, next episode will be the regular season finale. We're facing number 23 UTSA, and I believe we are also facing, off the top of my head. Oh, no. All right, so it is the regular season finale. Yeah. All right. And probably do the conference championship game as well. Just bada bing, bada boom, get it out of the way. But yeah, until next time, you guys have a good one. Hope you've enjoyed this video and this series as much as I have. Like, subscribe, all that. Until next time, you guys have a good one.